Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I've got a new video for you today of a new product that just recently dropped, not too long ago. And some of you guys may have seen it out either at Lowe's, online, or maybe you've seen some reviews on these. And I really wanted to check them out because, well, I actually tend to like a lot of what Klein Tools manufactures. So looking at this set, this is going to be part number, I look really close here. It is 69408MG. And this is the metric set. There's both a metric and SAE set. It is an 8-piece, 90-tooth ratcheting box wrench set. And this is the first that I know of Klein attempting to go into this segment, whereas they tend to stick to more linesman type of pliers and screwdrivers and stuff like that. So that's where they tend to do a lot of their business. So them venturing into this seems like such a great idea. So I want to jump into this video because there's some good, but there's definitely some bad in this. And I want to show you guys what to expect if you are looking at this set, whether or not it's worth your time, how much this costs, because that might be the shocker, and whether or not you guys should invest in it yourself. So let's dive right on into it. Here's the box. This product itself is made in South Korea. Now, me personally, I don't know too many tool sets, especially like this, that are made in South Korea. So that, for me, might be a little bit of a red flag. Now, we're going to look at these ratchets. Their forging is going to be a nickel-plated steel handle. And it's going to be like a black phosphate coating on top of that. They're also going to have some markings on them. We'll take a look at that to help identify what size they are in comparison. And they're claiming that this 90-tooth ratchet set is going to give them a 20% improvement over 72-tooth ratchets. This comes with a foam rolled pouch that you see here. Now, starting off, I actually like this pouch. It has a nice cushion to it. It also has the ability to hang it on the wall or hang it wherever you want to hang it in the open position if you like. And it does have a Velcro strip right there. It does have their little tag here to identify as Klein, and in the back too. This is nice logo placement in the back. And then I actually really like, it's been a while since I've seen someone do it, but they've actually embroidered in each of the sizes, and they use a mesh on the bottom to help keep visibility looking through both the top and the bottom. So this pouch actually, hands down, is a great pouch. The part where this gets a little weird is the actual ratchets. And we're going to take a look here. Looking at sizing, and some of you may catch this right out of the gate, this is not a skip-free setup. It's 8, skip a 9. I could get 9. 10, no 11. There are some uses for 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No 16, 17, no 18, and 19. Now granted, these are probably the most common used ones, but we're talking about a 8-piece set here from Klein Tools, and we'll talk about price here in just a minute. Okay, so looking at these sets, obviously you can see that they all have the color-coded strip on both sides. It does not go along the top or the bottom, it's just on the faces. And then you can see here too, they've gone ahead and this forging process, which I'll give them, it's kind of neat, right? They managed to create almost like a split beam, or maybe an I-beam kind of feel to the ratchet. So not too bad. And they've done something that I like here too. They've actually managed to stamp in on both sides the number size of the ratchet, so you could visibly tell what it is. It's not going to be laser etched. And they've also done a stamp right here for where Klein Tools is in the middle. On the back facing side, again, 10 and 10. And then you'll have your part number, so you'll be able to quickly look it up and get it replaced if you need to. And then they do have a little bit of laser etching. They do offer up the off and on laser etching, and for some of you guys that might be nice. I'm so used to just giving it the quick feel and going from there. So orientation wise and visibility, they've done a good job. Alright, and it just goes up in size as you go. So all of them are much the same. And again, 90 teeth, I'll give them that. The 90 teeth is a step up in the right direction. Now, as you get up to these larger ones, because I was actually just giving this one a run the other day. There's the 17. I want you guys to hear this ratcheting sound. Tell me what you think. To me, that sounds quite a bit notchy, especially for a 90-tooth set. That just doesn't sound precise. My first major gripe about this is for a 17mm wrench. This wrench is a total of just over 8 inches long. Now I tried to take off the oil drain plug, and I could not remove the oil drain plug with this wrench because I had previously put it on with a gear wrench, and the gear wrench measures in at, what you guys see here, 9 inches. So that much longer of a ratchet, I'm able to get that much more torque out of it when using it. And that's what I don't get, is all of these ratchets are essentially stubbies. They're short. You do not have the ability to get on a fastener, especially these larger ones, to be able to break them loose. And it doesn't help, too, that the beam itself is thinner, or even just, take a look here, side by side, right? Your surface area for grabbing that bolt is going to be much less on this one versus a larger one. So they're trying to be low profile this way, but then also low profile this way. I mean, if you want to get on really small fasteners, I get that, or get in tight places, but then here comes the other part of the puzzle that I don't understand. Look how big the head is. And even look at that teardrop shape that they've created. It is larger than all of my gear wrenches. Well, there you go. You can see it's eclipsing all of them. It is larger than all of them. I even got a Husky here. And the Husky's actually fat on its own. But this is larger than the Husky, size-wise, in the head. And then I got a Milwaukee here. Sorry, guys, let me take a second to line it up. It's wider and larger than all of them. So, okay, I get it. You want to be low profile, but it's physically that much harder to put this to work. I don't know if I got the right size here for us. Oh, luckily I do. But that large head on the open face here is just too big. It's just too big. There's no reason why it needs to be that big. You know, I'd much rather all day long take a gear wrench and have a much smaller profile getting in there. And I'll say too, gear wrench does a good job on this one. It might have a slight bit of a taper at the end. I had one here. Yeah, I like how gear wrench actually does a slight like bevel at the end, right? So it helps you find the fastener easier and go on. Whereas Klein did not do that. It is just a point, straight point. So it's a little bit more of a challenge to get it on there. It's not a big, huge, crucial deal, but again, another thing missed. Now, the other part that I want to point out is this tail side. The tail side is fatter than all the rest as well. The closest one I think was going to be, if I pull it up here, was the Husky. I think Husky was similar in size and profile. Actually, Husky's just barely larger. But guys, this is a bargain one, right? Husky's a bargain ratchet. On the other side, look at Milwaukee. Much smaller. And then gear wrench. Smaller as well. Right, and gear wrench even attempts on this back side to bring it down to a narrow point. Klein does not. They keep it fat all the way around. It's just a fat, boxed-in ratcheting wrench. Now, I think that becomes even more apparent when you jump into the smaller ones. So you got a 10 here. Let's pull out the 12mm. again, shorter versus your gear wrench. And that head is just humongous. There you go, guys. It's just way too much material. Put it tip to tip. See how much smaller that is? I mean, granted, this one's just a little bit narrower. But this is just a much better feeling in the hand, much better length all around. It's just a better ratchet. And here's where this is where it gets interesting, guys. Is the Klein is selling these at $79 and some change. So $80 for an 8-piece set. Whereas with gear wrench, you could pick up a 72 tooth gear wrench set, which I think is virtually on par. Let's see here. Yeah, this gear wrench, this is a 72. Listen to the teeth. It sounds just as good, if not better. I think it sounds better because that mechanism inside, that sounds tinny to me. It sounds like the paw's loose inside there, not as tight. Or if you want to, you can get a gear wrench 92 set. This is buttery smooth and has almost no backtrack. This is so easy to spin in relation to that's clunky. It's a clunky setup. I just don't like it. So gear wrench, you could buy the 72 tooth set. I've seen them on sale for like $50. You could even buy the complete, I think 10 and 10 SAE, so 20-piece set SAE and metric set for like $60. And I think because of that, right now, they just put these on sale. So it would normally $80. These are on sale now for $60. And I think they're trying to attempt to get back in line with gear wrench. And I mean, and the gear wrench warranty process is so easy. Klein is kind of, I mean, iffy on their warranties as well. So much better choice. I would say go with gear wrench. Even go with the Bargain Husky or Harbor Freight still makes their, I think, Pittsburgh Pros. I didn't grab them for this setup, but I would say those are even better choice than this. Because let's face it, without my lights on, you will not see these wrenches either. Like if you take these and work on your car in the light, especially in the dark, and you drop these down inside there, you are not going to find that wrench easily. It's just a terrible choice all the way around. I mean, I'll give them kudos. They attempted to do something different with the styling, but guys, styling's not going to make these tools work any better in tight places, confined spaces, or in just difficult to work areas. They're just not going to cut it. So my recommendation is, and they're from South Korea. I mean, I don't have I don't have any tools, I think, from South Korea. So whoever's manufacturing them, I don't think they have quite the manufacturing capability figured out yet, because for whatever reason, Klein signed off on these and said, good idea, let's put them into production and let's put them out there. I'm not happy with what they did here because I like this company so much, but they failed on these wrenches. And these wrenches are going to go back to Lowe's because I'm not going to keep them. And Klein, if you're watching this video, go back to the drawing board and change this. This is a terrible design. Anyways, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Have you picked them up? Do you guys like them? Or am I just a little bit crazy? Feel free to put in the comments below. We'll talk to you guys soon.